It's late. Who do we got? We have Amanda. Amanda says, so sexy ass people. And sorry to everyone that loves my wild late night lives, but they won't be as late as before. Last night was perfect timing for me. It was only only like 3 hours, but it was a good run. Hey, did you get is your sleep schedule better? What was your what time was it last night? Lucy is here and waiting. I appreciate that, Lucy. Lucy, how about you? What's going on this weekend? Any live streams? You usually do a Sunday one, right? We got some love from Milano. Says he's late like me, just a little bit. Lucy says, "Hey Yogi, we have Faye Marie. Marie, how are you?" Savvy Rose says it's Savannah again. Welcome, Savannah. How are you? It's nice to see you. Marie says, I've been waiting 6 hours for this live. 6 hours. I don't know if I've waited 6 hours for anything in my life. It lasted till like 11 p.m. Well, what time did you start? Did you get any sleep afterwards? Lucy says, I'm done. I'm doing great. Been flirting with many guys, crushing on me. Awesome. Did you remember who has the power? Lucy. You have the power. Savvy says, I'm great. How about you? I'm great too, actually. Or I'm good. I'm good. Lucy says, I have the power. You absolutely do. Here's the thing, we have the tendency to give the power away, though. But we don't have to. Remember, they're crushing on you. Man says it started at 6 p.m. and I sleep like a baby. It was nice. Perfect. Well done. Then I got up for work. Yeah, I guess we have to do that. You know, our friend Mary's gigs. Savannah says, yay. Well, thank you. Lisa says, you know it, and I'm a bitch about it too. Good for you. Michael says, hey, sorry I'm late. I was late too. I was eating dinner and wrapping up a premiere. Jay says, happy Eastern. How are you, Jay? Anton is here, says, hi, Eric and everyone. Hey, Anton. Monkey Man Production is here. Says, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Monkey. Hey, Runner Boy. Runner Boy says, I'll do a restream tonight. Awesome. Any movement in the watch hours? Buddha is here. Hey, Lucy's up. How are you? It's Buddha. Buddha, what's up? I was talking to Bumblebee T about the Holy Grail on the 26th. Amanda says, I'll be there, Runner Boy. Nope, the same. Weird, but you know what? I mentioned this to who did I mention this to? Oh, Tandra. Sometimes it seems to stay the same for this length of time, and then you have this huge jump. So you might jump all the way up to 3K, Runner Boy. You never know. Hey, Austin. Austin says Ashley is live. Buddha says, hey, Runner Boy, how's everything in your end? Hey, Runner Boy, did I hear that you were going to step up and do the Holy Grail? 1K burpees? That you were secretly going to train for it? Hold on, we're going to pop in really quick too. Say hi to Ashley and everyone. There we go. All right, back in line. Michael says, Yogi, Grumpy Sappo gave me the kindness shout out this afternoon. He told me he thought that I was going to be something and I had what it takes to go places and I'm the right age to do it. And he told me he thought that I was going to be a big time channel someday. Awesome. That is a great shout out. And I think he's on the money with that. Let's see. Maddie says, dropping a like, Miss Yogi, and off to bed. Get some rest. Try my stream fishing tomorrow, 12 p.m. All right. I'll be on the lookout for you, Maddie. Thank you. Thank you for coming in this afternoon, too. I hope you're feeling better tomorrow and that you have a good day fishing. I'll be there hanging out with you for a while, as well as your Saturday. If you're going to do the Saturday table live stream, we'll be there too. Those are awesome words, Michael. Monkey Man Productions is waving at Bumblebee T. T says, really have a good fishing session. Everyone's saying hi. Let's see. One says, we'll see if I have that full week off next month. No gym. I'll do burpees every day that week. Nice. And Buddha says, if you do, just tag them. You plan on doing it April 26th, 9 a.m. That's Brian Lane was asking me in Messenger, 9 a.m. your time, Buddha, 9 a.m. Central Time. Monkey Man waves at Lucy. And hey, Christmas baby Big Nick says, I got a question to ask you. What's that? Buddha of Destiny Namaste says, sup B. Michael says, he told me he liked my straightforward attitude. I could see that. So far, Michael, I agree with everything he said. He says, Buddha, how you doing, sister? And Mike Runboy says to Buddha next month, it's just a test to see how I feel if I'm going to do on the 26th. Gotcha. Maddie says, I'll be live at 7:30 p.m. per usual. Thanks as always, Mr. Yogi. Always appreciated. Always appreciative. Sorry. Absolutely, my friend. I absolutely love supporting the channel. I try to support everyone that I'm able to, but I love supporting the channels that I believe in. And you are one channel that I absolutely believe in, Maddie. Lucy says, say no frills. He says, Runner Boy, you got to join us in the 26th. It's her birthday. We got a big couple weeks coming up. Snipers and a few other people are at the end of March. Mine is mid-April. Let's see. What's your question, Nick? And Michael says, Amy, who enough about me? Oh, how's your day going? Catch any cool stuff on camera today? Did I catch today? I caught some ravens. I always see crows, but this was the first time I've seen ravens in a while. I caught a hawk flying as the sun was coming up with orange tints on its wings because of the orange sunlight. It was pretty cool. I'll be posting that. I was hoping to see a fox. I haven't seen one for a week. Chandel says, hi. Hey, Chandel. Also, what day is 26? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to guess and say it's a Saturday or Sunday. Soma is 21, but it's not my place to answer any questions about Soma. We respect everyone's privacy, and we are protective of everyone, protective of our friends, protective of their privacy. You know what I mean? Michael says, anyhow, who the heck is Amy? Amy Who Keyboard? You don't know who Amy Who Keyboard is? She's a good friend. I'll introduce you to you, Michael. One of the boys says, I can't then. I work till all day. I'll do it before the 26th. Then. Did you check? I'm not 100% sure. I'm just guessing because I know Reaper works through the week. Buddha says you can't do it on the 26th. Tag everyone on Burpee Grill that day, and it's Saturday. Gotcha. He says, Runner Boy, I think we're in the UK about 5 or 6 hours ahead of Buddha. Yep. Buddha says, see, do you have the spots open? Maddie says, hi, everyone. Blessings to all, and good night for myself and Chloe. Good night to you, Maddie. Good night to Chloe. I'm glad you're feeling good enough to get out there and get some fishing in. Say hi, Shandell. Well, hi, Shandell. Did I pronounce that right? T says, Buddha explains spots. And Night Philly and Chloe. Michael says mine's on the 4th of March. That's coming up. It's what? That's just 2 weeks, a week. I think 2 weeks. Runner Boy will be back. He's going to clip his restream. And Buddha says, I need to look up and see if Giant is live because Reaper explained to Brian Lane earlier. So it's weird he messaged you. I think it was just about the time difference. So, Nick, Christmas baby Nick, it's not our place to answer questions about other people. You know, nothing personal. It's just not our place. Michael says, I love foxes. They're awesome. Yep, they are awesome. I love seeing. I'm hoping to catch a coyote, not physically catch with my camera. We have them. I haven't seen one here, but I have neighbors who've seen them. Hey, Pokemon. Pokemon says, Lucy, I'm going to go to your recent shorts and leave a comment. I'm trying to see something. I think this account is somehow restricted. Mine was too. Lucy fixed it. Rita says, I prefer 425.25, so we'll see. Always excited for you guys. Christmas Lodge is here, says, hi. Can't stop. Gave like, much appreciated. Thank you, my friend. Nick says, oh, that's okay. That's understandable. Yeah, thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. I appreciate your understanding. Buddha says, spots is the amount of people allowed on the StreamYard. Ah, gotcha. Buddha says, Reaper said to add these guys. He says, Nick, only ask once if you are unsure of a miner or a channel, and top mod, do research or ask. I will say, without giving out information, that Soma is not a miner. Michael says, not planning on doing anything fancy. It's just another day to me. May order something offline or something. It's the same with me on my birthday. I will be doing same thing I do. Same thing I do every day. Monkey Man says side of Fisherman's Lodge. And Nick says true. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you. Again, I appreciate your understanding. Lucy says, really the Pokemon. I just checked, you're not blocked. Yeah, you worked fine for me, Lucy, after you checked it out. T says, Buddha, do I need to do anything? If so, please PM. I'm confused. There's nothing you can do. Anyone in the StreamYard is top level and last. Hey, Toy Pups. And let's see, Michael says, Yogi, you would love it where I live. It was a couple years ago, and I went to gather some hiking sticks with my dog, and she and I encountered a red coyote. Stared at me for 5 minutes. Wow, nice. Every couple of years ago or so, we have bears wander through the neighborhood. I live about an hour away from a sustainable bear population, but when the mother bears kick the siblings out or kick the yearlings out, they'll wander looking for territory, and they wander down this way. They don't stay, but it's always nice when they wander through. Pokemon says, Lucy, I was able to leave a comment on your short, so I'm not sure on the restrictions. So I think you're right. I think somebody hid me on the other channel. I could leave comments on Lucy's channel on her shorts, but I couldn't reply on her live streams. Lucy says, no, if we're hidden, it would say to unhide user, but it didn't say that. No, Bob blocks you. It's just an annoying glitch. Winty Lover Toy Pups 4 says, hi. Hey, Winty. How are you? T says Toy Pups and send some love. Lucy says, I had to go in and manually mod you, Yogi. I have to do that with some people. Certain people, however, are blocked because they are toxic. Gotcha. Yeah, it's good that you protect yourself, Lucy. Pokemon says it's on channel. You are not a moderator, so I don't think you would see it. Pokemon says, so with this account, I have followed a lot of woodworking channels, and I've been going to the shorts and liking and commenting, and I think not all of them appreciated. Why not? Well, Michael says he's also seen a mountain lion last Thanksgiving, standing 15 feet away. Thankfully, it saw a deer and took off screaming. Wow. I have not seen a mountain lion. I've been in mountain lion territory. I know people who've lived their entire lives in mountain lion territory. They've seen tracks and scat, but they've never seen a mountain lion. That's an awesome sight. Hey, Danny. Danny says hi to everyone. Much appreciated. Hey, Sniper. How'd the driving go? How'd everything go today? Sniper says, greetings again, Eric. Casey says, hey, Danny. We got some love from Winty. Am I saying that right? Michael says, hey, Danny. Yeah, that was pretty close for comfort, that's for sure. Runner Boy is back. Welcome back. Fatuma says, hello, my friend. Nice to have you back. This is their second visit today. He says, hi, Danny. Thanks for the greeting. Danny, that's what makes Danny so awesome. Runner Boy will start the stream in like 30 minutes. She came in third. Wow. It's a big 2 days in a row. Like I said, I tried to film it, but I realized I had my flash on the camera, and it was like, I better not. Yeah. I definitely would probably try. He says, Squirrel, what was third? Sorry about that. He's still here, Toy Pops. I got you up and running. Let me double check to make sure you're still alive. And she is. Toy Pops is live, guys. As is Mary's Gigs, our newly fully monetized friend. Awesome. We just popped in. I just popped in to make sure that Toy Pops was live. I like co-streaming when I like live streaming while other people are live streaming and popping in and saying hi and hanging out. We might do some breath work tonight if anyone would like to. I was mentioning in the afternoon the breath called annulum vilome, which is alternate nostril breathing, probably the single breath most associated with yoga. Sniper says dance bumblebee T. Contemporary dance, his daughter got third. Wonder Boy says, well, I gave up on last night, 1 hour after 1 hour, had no one come in, so I ended it. But you never know, he might come in later, Runner Boy. It only takes one person to come in and keep it up for a while to make it worthwhile. He says, Runner Boy, I think it takes 24 hours, plus you need to wait for AdSense. Runner Boy says, I'm so surprised my normal videos are getting the views. They are. I don't know why. I think you're just finally getting the audience that you deserve. Toy Pups is here. Lucy says hi to Fatuma. I hope I'm saying that even remotely correctly. I apologize if I'm not. And I will probably say it somewhat different every time that I try. I apologize for that too. Michael says, Sapa gave me the site of Refusion, where I can make as many catchy jingles a day. And I want to soothe your chore cleaning. Nice. Hey, Daisy. Daisy, how are you, my friend? I was talking about you in my earlier live stream. I'm always talking about you, Daisy. I talk about you and Chris and Tandra, my big three uh, support channels that I just, you know, I like having you up running. I can jump in, I can dive in anytime I need that little sense of relaxation. One always says, okay, so it's not right away. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Pokemon. Let me be more clear. It's not Yogi's channel or anyone's here. It's on some woodworking channels where I have left messages on shorts. And when I go back, the messages are missing using the account SMWC. What do you think? You don't think it's the channel blocking it, or you think it's just a glitch? Daisy says, hello to everyone. So I'm pretty sure everyone heard me announce that our friend Daisy May has hit her 3K and she is well on her way to hitting 4K. Our friend Mary's Gigs, another one of my top channels that I absolutely love. She posted on her community page her AdSense. I think it was 23 cents. Her first 23 cents is actually pretty good for AdSense. And she was so happy about it. And it reminded me when I got my first royalty for my book. And I think it was $1.14. And I was so incredibly thrilled that I earned $1.14 from something that I wrote, something that I created, something that came from nowhere, filtered down through my head, into my fingers, and onto a page. And I collected it, I edited it, I sent it to a publisher, I had it published, and someone bought it. And I made $1.14. I thought about saving that check, but then I thought, you know what? I could buy a cup of coffee. So I bought coffee instead. The same way I feel about AdSense. I have a Medium account. Medium is a writer's channel, and about every month I make $2 or $3. Actually, a couple months ago, I made $11. Same thrill. $11 because someone went online and read something that I wrote. So when I saw that 23 cents from Mary's Gigs, the same feeling that Mary shows up and she's so authentic and so sincere, and she takes us on rides as she does her work. And because of doing what she loves to do, her own creativity, her own thoughtfulness of putting this channel together, she earned 23 cents. Getting paid to be creative is the most awesome thing in the world. So when I get the opportunity to salute someone for their creativity, for their thoughtfulness of what they've created, like with Daisy, man, I take full opportunity for that. He says, Runner Boy, I'm not creating content. Runner Boy says, Tandra, I think I got you 2 mixed up. Boy, my cat's been really noisy lately. Yep. Tandra will make it. She gets to resubmit on the 21st. Daisy says, we all love you. Well, thank you so much, guys. That's it's deeply appreciated. Yeah, she needs to reapply, Runner Boy. We got some love from Lucy. Doggy is here, says, hey, Yogi. This is from Toy Pups Live. Well, thank you, Doggy. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Jamie. Great discussion, Jamie. Our friend Michael is here, MVP Fishing. Rebecca is here. Hey, Rebecca. Welcome, my friends. Buddha says it should say green to goal, 3K or 4K. For me, it was 4K, but heard they changed it to 3K. 3K to get that first level monetizing, where you can get, what is it, super chat, stuff like that. You can also have your channel. Let's see. What was I talking about, guys? Give me 1 second. Discovering some details. My cat's saying hi to you guys. MVP Fishing, how you feeling? Daisy says, you're so kind, Yogi. Hey, you know what? I think we all are. I think we've been extremely fortunate that we've all come together to create a really kind community for all of us. Let's see if we can keep it up. See if we can just keep 2 things: growing the community together, expanding it past the regular boundaries. You know, that it's not a burpee community, it's not a fishing community, it's not a whatever community. It is a community without any kind of category. Friends across the borders. See if we can do that, and see if we can just keep being kind to each other. Michael says, oh, Yogi, guess what? I wrote a jingle for my friend Fever Dream Animations, and they're going to put it in one of their cartoons. That's awesome. Michael, you're on a roll. Man, tons of success coming your way, and it's just going to keep closing. Let's see. Amanda says, sorry, I've been here, just can't type much. That's okay, Amanda. I appreciate you hanging out. Natka says W. It's one of my favorite letters. I appreciate that. You know what I like about W's? If you get tired of them, you can turn them upside down, and you got a perfectly serviceable M. You can't beat that. How, what other letters can you do that with? I guess you could do it with an O, right? You could do it with a P and turn it around, and you got a perfectly serviceable B, right? Doggy says topic or category. What do you want to talk about, Doggy? Here I am talking about letters. Amanda says, Runner Boy, he bashed everyone that comes here because he complained all night. Nobody watches him. I even posted that on Philly Live so someone could talk sense into him. Let's see. Up, so Mike, I missed you. Mike says, but of a touch of cabin fever, but it's finally getting warmer tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're going to get in the high 40s, maybe even 50s tomorrow. Why is Doggy timed out? Not cut is here. Rebecca says, "Good, thanks, Bumblebee. I have ran 332 miles and raised 330 pounds for Make a Wish so far. That's so awesome, Rebecca. Both the running and what you're doing. So, what would you like to talk about, Doggy? Let's keep things friendly. You know, anything that ever happens outside. Name says, "It's me, Yogi. I made the triple. You did make the triple. Not many people will have that tolerance. Yogi in the morning, in the afternoon, and now in the evening. All right, guys, I gotta. Just a second, guys. Specs is here. Hey, Specs. Sorry, guys, I'm behind. Presley is here. I will catch it. I probably won't catch up. I'll be honest with you. I will do my best to catch up, but I probably won't. So, I don't know what's going on. Everyone, be nice to each other. Kindness is the bottom line. If you can't be kind, hang out anyway, and we'll teach you how. Kindness is our innate natural talent. We are kind by default. We're not born selfish. We are not born unkind. We unfortunately learn that as we go through life. But anything that we learn, we can unlearn. And it's so much easier because when we know that it's our natural way of being, our natural expression as life itself to be kind, that regardless of your view on evolution, Charles Darwin, was he right? Was he wrong? He was in the process of changing his, everyone say survival of the fittest. He was actually amending that survival of the kindness. When Margaret Mead, I believe it was Margaret Mead, when she was asked what was one of the first signs of advanced human civilization, and the interviewer thought she was going to say something along the lines of harnessing fire, making a spear, more sophisticated weapons, um, maybe a wheel, something along those lines, cooking food. And she said a broken hip, which surprised, right? But here's what she meant. They discovered a primitive man don't think it was. I don't think it was yet Homo sapien, but it was well on its way with a broken hip that had mended. I think it might have been a broken femur that had mended, meaning that the person went on to live a full life after his leg was broken. Previously, and in any other time in prehistory, had a human broken their leg or a pre-human broken their leg, they would have been seen as liability. But advanced civilization was about kindness, was about care, wasn't about technology. That people stayed with that person to mend the broken leg so they could be back up and functional again and part of the community. Can we do anything less for each other? If you are here, if you're hanging out, I ask one thing: can you be kind? Can you be kind while you're here? And if that is too much, can you be open to us teaching you how to be kind? And let's see what happens. That's considered a great experiment. How kind can you be for the next 25 minutes that I'm going to stay live? Sorry, Brian says, I have big news. My application for the firefighting academy got accepted. Awesome. And I'm going through the hiring process. Fall as well. I'll be going to the fire academy on July 7th. Awesome, Michael or Brian. Thank you for sharing that. And well deserved. Someone who is caring as you is going to make a awesome firefighter. Presley says, afternoon. Hey, Presley. Yep, I know I'm way behind, guys. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I guess I'm not that far behind. Bachima says, Daisy Dunn. I appreciate you guys putting up with me when I talk about weird stuff. Frenchie says, hey, Yogi. Hey, Frenchie. So I'm going to be honest. Let's see. Danny gives us coffee from Starbucks. Thank you, Danny, my friend. Thank you so much. Breakfast of the Admin, I like to show support. And thank you. I'm going live every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. Awesome. Hey, Songhill. So, hey, Evan. Evan says, hey, man, how are you? I'm good, Evan. DC says, you also need to protect yourself with healthy boundaries. I have very high boundaries. Yes. Never confuse the two. T says, Yogi, I have a question. What's that? The chat is cooking tonight, guys. I'm way behind. So here's the thing. I don't care what goes on in anyone else's channel. I don't care what anyone says about me in any other channel. Why would I? What does it have? Actually, honestly, what does it have to do with me? Zero. It has zero to do with me. As far as boundaries and protecting, never confuse being kind and being forgiven with not having boundaries. We always protect ourselves. We always protect the people that we care, but we can always protect ourselves through kindness. My kindness is my strength. Forgiveness is my strength because it keeps me from being harmed. How do you harm someone who is able to forgive you or wishes to forgive you? It literally puts me out of harm's way. Michael says, someone got a yogi. I'm just the man for the job. Hey, T, have you taken your supplement yet? Your supplements? This is a supplement to help me sleep. Nightmare says, Yogi, if you catch up well enough, you might be able to finally get to yesterday's chat. That's asking an awful lot there. Specs, how are you, my friend? Specs says, yes, Rebecca, I always get made fun of for that. Rebecca says, some people see kindness as a weakness. Some people do, but that doesn't make it a weakness. And it doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you strong. It actually makes you stronger because you can take what they give you and literally transform it. How powerful is that? It's the most powerful gift in the world. Rebecca, you have that power to the power of transcendence. You're an alchemist. Remember, the alchemist could change lead into gold. We take the lead of unkind experiences and we turn it into the gold of kindness, the gold of unconditional love. If someone's being mean, it's not because they're mean, it's because they don't know how to be kind. So, what do? Do we punish someone for not knowing something? There was a time when we didn't know how to walk. What would have happened if we got punished every time we tried and we failed miserably? I know I did. Hey, but by the time I was 17 years old, guys, I was walking like a champ. Um, so, when someone doesn't know how to be kind, we teach them. When someone doesn't know how to forgive, we teach them. When someone doesn't know how to love, we remind them that, of course, they know how to love because that's who they are and where they came from. We can only be what we are, but we can forget what we are. So I apologize. This is one of the first times I'm doing some selective reading, not because I'm skipping over anyone, but because I'm basically lost in the conversation and I don't know where to dive back in. Specs says, yes, Rebecca, I always get made fun of for that. But Specs, again, because I know how kind you are, that makes you one of the most powerful people I know. Your power is your heart, and you have a huge heart, my friend. Nightmare says hi to Jamie. So Frenchie was here, as was Amanda, when I did my impersonation of Idaho. Doggy says Yogi is a wise person. Well, thank you, Doggy. We all are. We all have so much to teach each other. Here's the thing. How did I learn how to be kind? From kind people reminding me of who and what I truly am. Yogi said, or I'm sorry, Amanda says he was bashing people here, and Yogi because everyone comes to their lives, not his. That can hurt sometimes, you know, when you feel like uh, you don't have a when you feel you don't have an audience. We're all on YouTube in hopes of having some type of an audience. He says Buddha's so kind and loving. Lucy says I send kisses to all my haters, not just the guys crushing on me. Way to go, Lucy. Hey, Betty. Betty says hello. Hello, my friend. Rebecca says Yogi very inspiring and supportive. I hope to be. Honestly, that is my mission here on YouTube. Our friend Mama Chris is here. I was talking about you too, my friend. Uh, when she says, I already liked as soon as I joined. Much appreciated. My cat, my poor cat. She just wants attention. She's like, why are you talking to this screen when you have a perfectly serviceable cat sitting here ready for a conversation? So every once in a while, guys, I gotta excuse myself and have a conversation with my cat. Let's see. When he says, I'm share the live now on my community post. Thank you so much. 20 likes, what, 35 likes. Amanda says, hey B, you wanted to say something the other time to me on Yogi Live? I'm late, but I'm here. He says, Amanda, Jamie Brown is okay. Known him for years. He was a son of standing. I will be honest with you. I'm happy to say that I consider Jamie Brown a friend. And that's all I need to know. Rita says, my mom is off today, Yogi, so I was getting sheets, dryer, and making her bed and helping her. Rita says, Yogi, you're so inspiring. Keep it up. That's the plan, my friend. All right, I'm diving down to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. Let me know what I missed. So here's what I would ask everyone. Whatever happens in another chat, let's not bring it here. That's it. Let's not bring it here. It's not worth it. I'll be honest with you, because I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about other stuff. I want to talk about your channels. I want to talk about what you guys want to do. I want to talk about kindness. I want to talk about breath work. I want to talk about yoga. I want to talk about forgiveness. I want to talk about Lucy Warren's channel. I want to talk about Frenchie's channel. I want to talk about Mama Chris's channel and Love Our Toy Pups. I want to talk about you guys. I want to talk about Jamie's channel, but not in any, not in any way other than what can we do to help Jamie? What can we do to help Tim get to 1K subscribers? Tim Windsor's here. That's it. Anything that happens anywhere else, that's none of our business. One boy says, Yogi, I heard someone say you were cute on another line. All right, that's different. That we can talk about. If someone said something like that, bring it on in. Let me know. I'm all in, guys. Hey, Songhill. Jamie says, for the record, I said nothing against you guys. Maybe I need to be more supportive. I feel bad if anyone feels unsupported. Thank you, Jamie. On that note, though, Jamie, you've always been supportive of me. You're here very often, sometimes on all 3 of my live streams. Very much appreciated. I very much appreciate you. I very much appreciate your channel, the support that you give me. I've mentioned before, when I see you live, I always try to bring you up. If I'm cooking, which I often am in your late afternoon for me, and I guess evening for you, I'll have you up as I'm cooking. I'll have you up as I'm eating. I'll dive in when I'm able to. A man is laughing, running boy. Danny says, yes, I agree with you, Yogi. That needs to stay in that chat. Thank you, Danny. My wise friend. Marie says she is back. Nightmare says, Yogi, I think we need some breath work. We do need some breath work. So, last night, we did Toy Pops, are you still here? We did breathing in for the count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 8, but we did it just through the left side. The left side corresponds to the parasympathetic nervous state. So when we breathe, exhaling, lengthen the exhale. Remember, if you're stressed, lengthen the exhale. If there's only one thing that you can do, lengthen the exhale, and it will help with the stress. Hey, Skits. So we could repeat that, or does anyone want to learn alternate nostril breathing? It can be a little difficult to explain, but I'm willing to try if anyone wants to learn. Let's give it a try. This is called Anulom Vilom, alternate nostril breathing. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our thumb. We're going to use our 2 other fingers. I like doing, this is called the Vishnu Mudra, but it can be a little confusing. So just think thumb, index finger, and middle finger. I'm not going to make pew pew sounds. It's bad enough that I actually said pew pew. So what we're going to do is breathe in through the left, for a count of 4. Then we're going to block our right with our thumb. Breathing in through the left for a count of 4. Breathing out for our right for a count of 4. And then we're going to breathe in through the right for a count of 4. Breathe out through the left for a count of 4. We're going to do that a few times. Any questions? Oh, and T brought up a question about focus and meditation and breath work. So we're going to talk about that too. Anyone? Doggy says, question, Yogi. What's that, Doggy? Nightmare says, no question. I have a stuffy nose. Are you stuffed up on both sides? How do you get rid of it? There is a way of getting rid of it. This doesn't work for everyone. If you can get up and take the best breath that you're able to. Breathe in, take a breath. On the empty breath, walk about 10 steps as you slowly shake your head. Holding your breath, hold the nose, and just slowly shake your head. And then about 10 steps, not fast. Allow your breathing to go back to normal and keep walking a little bit and walking a little bit. And then repeat it. Do that 2 or 3 times. Only hold your breath long enough until you feel like I'm ready to take a breath. There's no strain at all. Do that about 3 times and see how it works. So if anyone is interested, we'll do this as a meditation, and I can answer T's question in that meditation. So this is, again, called Anulom Vilom, which is alternate nostril breathing. So what I'm going to ask, if anyone is ready, does anyone want to come up real quick and we can do it together, or I lead you through it? Let me know. If not, we'll get started. Hey, Joshua. We get the lightning. We get the love. I like how the energy announces itself. Thank you, Pokemon. I'm curious how they're coming along. I'm going to go check them out in just a minute. Daisy says, I'm here listening. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Relax. Close your eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Let the belly fully relax. Relax the legs all the way down to the toes. We're going to block the right side of the nose with your thumb and breathe in for a count of 4. So breathe in for a count of 4. Then we exhale through the left for the right for a count of 4. I'm using my thumb. I'm using my other 2 fingers. Breathe in through the left. Exhale through the right. Breathe in through the right. Exhale through the left. I do burpees in my basement. So here we go, guys. Hold your left side, your right side. Breathing in through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out through the right for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the right for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the right. Breathe out through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the left. Breathe out through the right for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the right for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through the right for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the right for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. We always begin on the left. We always begin on the right. We can do that with our eyes closed. We gently put the focus right between the eyebrows. That's the third eye. When we're done, stay in that space that you created. It's a magical space. The breath can take you all the way to awakening, all the way to enlightenment, all the way to just feeling better. So when you're in that space, the question T had is, how do you control your thoughts? How do you control your thoughts during breath work? How do you control your thoughts during meditation? How do you control your thoughts just when you want to control your thoughts? Thank you, Frenchie. Here's the answer. You don't. One of the first realizations of meditation is my thoughts are a mess. How can I sit still and think my mantra or focus on my breath when my thoughts are all over the place? That's what thoughts do. But if you realize what a mess all those thoughts are, you're welcome, Nightmare. The first thing you start realizing is, wait a minute. If I'm aware of all these thoughts going in all these different places, then I must not be my thoughts. So that's the great secret of meditation, is you are the space in which your thoughts occur. All the stress, all the anxiety, that is a thought. Of course, those thoughts will manifest in ill health. They'll manifest in pain and aches, sickness in the body, but it begins with a thought. So breath work and meditation allows us to be the witness, the observer to the thoughts. And when we have that lens of awareness, we take our thoughts less seriously. If we take our thoughts less seriously, that means we're more apt to let stress go. So I teach mantra meditation, primordial sound meditation, where we teach you how to use a mantra. We give you a personalized mantra. And hey, Daily, what we teach is it's not, you don't focus on the mantra. You don't try to exclude thoughts. When you meditate, 4 things can happen. You can be thinking your mantra. You can be thinking regular thoughts. You could fall asleep, or you can slip into what we call the gap. And the gap is the space that exists between every thought. It's perfect silence. It's the space that Herman Melville said is the silence, the true voice of God. And any of those 4 things that happen is perfect. It means you're meditating, because now you're noticing your thoughts. If you notice your thoughts, that means it gives you some semblance of control. I notice that my thoughts are all over the place. I notice that my thoughts are causing me anxiety. I notice that I'm having thoughts towards someone that I wish I didn't have. Nothing changes until you notice. Einstein said, nothing changes until something moves. But not to present a counter argument with Einstein, a far greater mind than me, nothing changes until you're aware of it. And when you're aware of it, everything begins to change on its own. Meditation brings you to awareness, and you are awareness. When you were born, the moment, probably before, the moment you left your mother's womb, even when you were in your mother's womb, you were aware. But you didn't have thoughts or concepts to put labels on the things that you were aware of. You were just pure awareness, participating in the marvels of the universe without having to label everything. That same awareness that you were existed when you were born, existed when you were 6, existed when you were 16, and will exist when you're 96. Song that says Einstein would have watched Yogi. Frenchie says, I would like to learn how Jace doesn't get exhausted. Practice. Practice. So now I'm way behind in the conversation. T, does that make sense? So when you're having those thoughts, when we're doing our breath work and meditation, don't try to control your thoughts. I will give you a mantra. And as we're sitting meditating, you can think that mantra. The art of meditation is the art of returning back to the breath, or back to the mantra, or back to whatever the object is you're meditating on. Danny says, Joshua, you need to sub to Nature's Dog Realms. She has beautiful dogs. She has a beautiful channel. Yep. Sub for the dogs, stay for Chris. Sub for the dogs, stay for Mama Chris. Nightmare says, hopefully everyone feels a bit more positive after that awesome breath work. Thank you, Nightmare. I appreciate you doing that. So when I do Anulom Vilom, again, I use the, this is called the Vishnu Mudra. It's like the hang 10. My thumb is up, my index finger, my middle finger pulled back. This way I can breathe in through my left, and I pivot, and I exhale from my right. I breathe in from my right, my thumb, I exhale. Just makes it easier. Takes a little bit of practice, but you guys can get it. Always begin with the left, always end on the left. Start with breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And when we do this next, if you practice this, your life will literally change if you practice specifically this breath, but any breath work. That, and after we've done it for about a week, we'll add in a breath hold. So we'll breathe in for 4, we'll hold for 4, we'll exhale for 4. And then we're going to double down on the exhale. This is when it becomes truly magical. Thank you, Joshua, my friend. I'm going to add something to that comment. Joshua says, Yogi, you're an amazing person. You want to know a deep, secret psychological truth? If you ever see anyone that you think is amazing, it's because you have that quality within and you're recognizing it in another. You can't recognize something that you don't have. So whenever someone says something like, you're amazing, whatever, I thank you. And I share that compliment right back with you, my friend. He says, Yogi, yes, I'm struggling to focus and I replay, trying to get dressed so I can get my food delivery. We'll keep talking about it. Chris says, Yogi, you're so kind. As I mentioned with Daisy May, and I mentioned this with Tandra, I also mentioned it to Maddie. No F, no frills, no mercy. I love supporting the channels that I love. I wonder where Madface is. It's a good question. I wonder if we knew anyone who knows Madface. How are you, Bushka? Sorry if I missed anyone when they came in.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Do you know what I have? I want to show you. This is the perfume that I spray on my boyfriend
I'm sure he loves that.
And this is the fuzzy stuff that my sister got me.
Oh, nice. Very nice. How's the perfume smell?
Smells good.
Good. Give me 1 second, Selma. Bushka, I apologize. I did see you. This has been the most behind in any chat I've ever been in, and that's saying something because you guys have seen me behind from day one. I apologize, Bushka.
My room stinks.
It does. Like what?
Like throw up.
That's not good.
I spray my perfume.
Chris says, I see you, Bushka. I see you too, Bushka. I deeply, deeply apologize.
My dad cooked me some cold pasta.
Oh, nice. Joshua says, Yogi, I appreciate you returned my compliment. Absolutely, my friend.
Hi, Bumblebee.
Timer
Thank you,
says
Thunder.
that must be why I can tell if someone is for that, Yogi. The law of projection.
Bumblebee said summer room smells better than fall.
Thank you, Joshua. Joshua is a member for 2 months. Selma, did you see that?
Yay! Yes.
And you know what else? Mad Face
Yeah.
is here.
Hi, Mad Face.
And Michael says, hey, Yogi, next week's Mysteries Untold premiere will be a bit different. It went on the gift store. I had to remake the video because I forgot a segment. Oh, awesome.
Do you know what happened to my lip gloss? Look, it broke.
That's not good. How'd that happen?
I usually put it in my lip, but this broke on accident.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Look at that inside. It's disgusting.
Yep, it looks that way. Michael says, oops, I read that. Thank you again, Joshua. Doggy says, spray some perfume. Did you spray some perfume?
Yes. Do you want to see how it's sprayed?
I do. Bushka says, no worries, Yogi, my friend. Thank you, Bushka.
This is how you do it.
Thank you, Sniper. Ah, you want to know what perfume reminds me of, Selma?
Yeah.
Perfume reminds me of back to school night. My mom was
Yeah.
a teacher. Both
I
my parents were
spray it
teachers.
on my hair. I spray it on my hair.
Ah. The only time I ever remember my mom ever wearing perfume was when she was getting ready to go to back to school night, or like teachers conference and stuff like that in the evening, and she would put on perfume, some kind of school function, and it always, whenever I smell perfume, instantly brings memories of um, being allowed to wait up a little bit later, so when my mom would return, and I'd sleep better knowing that my loved ones are home. Danny says, Mad Face, when can you be happy? What do you think? Selma, will Mad Face ever be happy?
I think he's gonna be mad forever.
Forever. You don't think that?
Because that's his name, Mad Face.
Daisy says, oh, those are great memories.
Bushwag at Yogi.
I got my spoon.
Hey, don't you dare use that.
I might. That's why Michael sent it to me.
Don't you dare use it.
Frenchie has subbed to skits. Michael says, unfortunately, I didn't see anything too weird because I was too busy debunking. Hey, Michael, you ever wonder if your debunking disallows the weirdness to happen?
Yogi.
What?
Look, I think I'm bushwhacking Michael.
Oh, all right. As long as you're doing it to Michael and not me. Daisy says those are great memories. They are great memories, aren't they? Things that bring us back to, man, those are magical times when we were young and we just felt so perfectly safe in our family. Get a little emotional thinking about that. Naima says, both your parents were teachers, Yogi? Yep. I guess, 1 second. I guess there was no getting out of homework then. Surprisingly, I did get out of homework. Surprisingly, I slipped through the cracks in the educational system. And it might have been because my parents were teachers. It might have been because I went to the same school that my mom taught. I went to a Catholic school. Not that my mom was a nun. Michael says he did capture a sound. I didn't hear with my own ears. Sounded like something saying leaves. Wow. The great benefit.
My boyfriend's leaving.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna go say goodbye to him?
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you go say goodbye in maybe 10 minutes or so? We're gonna shut things down, and you can come up and say goodbye to everyone.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Selma.
You're welcome. Bye.
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 The great thing about being puke faces here, my parents being teachers, there was never a time when I was not read to or I was given a book. Books were just huge in my family. Perfume gives me allergic. Yeah, I can only take a little bit. You know what I mean? The heavy perfume, just a little too much for me. Frenchie has subbed to Danny. Michael says Austin Garrett subbed. Nice guys. Hey Robbie. Robbie, how are you? Guys, make sure you subscribe to Robbie Blake. He is growing his channel. He's got a nice fitness channel. He's putting in the hard work. He was introduced to us through our friend, the amazing, energetic Joshua. Frenchie says already sub to you, Michael. Nature says bye, Selma. Austin says thanks for subbing to my channel for everyone. So we're working on some watch hours for Austin. If anyone wants to run a playlist or watch a video, hang out with Austin in a live stream. And we are working for 4K for Daisy May. We are working for 4K for Nature's Dog Realms. Sandesh says, Eric, my friend. Sandesh, how are you? It's nice to see you. Sunga says, best thing you can give a kid is a book. I agree. Books save me, guys. I don't know where I would be without books. I was a lonely kid until I suddenly found myself a little later, suddenly found myself popular, and I did not know how to handle that. How do you go from being lonely to being popular? The truth is, I stayed lonely. I was just lonely around people now. Doggy says, can you co-stream with Toy Pups? I can co-stream with Toy Pups. I don't know if she's here though. Weekends are tough for her because, you know, she spends her time with her, it's more family time. But she's always welcome to come up. Robbie says, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Austin drops his link. Michael says he's nervous but excited. Oh, apologies on the typo. Still got a bit cough, but I'm still doing the live tomorrow, 5 Central. Yep, I understand that you're nervous, but let that excitement carry you through. Think about what Grumpy Sapper said, and I mentioned this to you the other day. Michael, you are really good at what you do. More than that, you are an expert at what you do. The reason why you were invited up to do this is because you're an expert. Trust your experience. Let's see. Nightmare says, it's that time again, Sir Yogi. Good night, everyone. Good night, Nightmare. Thank you for the prompt for doing the breath work. I much appreciate that. Someone says, so boyfriend Harrison has practice today. What does he practice? Joshua says, my apologies. What's that for, Joshua? No apologies needed here. Oh, I must go also. That's what the apologies were. That's okay, Joshua. I appreciate it. We're not going to be too much longer. Sunday says, hundreds of years ago, people were meditating and doing yoga. With that, they would connect with God and could use superpowers. Cities. What is the superpowers? They're called cities. Now that we don't have documentation, we're relying on tech to do the same. Hey, Sandesh, what do you think of the fact that maybe the tech is catching up with all the things that the mind is capable of doing until eventually we don't need the tech to do it any longer. I don't know. I like thinking about that though. So people have a hard time developing those cities any longer, even when they meditate, because of the busyness of life itself. It's harder to get into deep states of meditation. Not impossible, just harder when you are in a city, when you're in a busy family life, lots of noise, whatever. I've mentioned before, I live in a beautiful area, but there's always the sound of airplanes. There's always traffic in the distance. There is always something. Even sometimes I'm up out and taking a walk, 4 o'clock in the morning. Still stuff going on. We get some rainbows and unicorns from Lucy. Jamie says, so sweating and smiling together. Hey, sweating and smiling, how are you? Doggy says, on my sleeve, getting close tonight. Yep, it is. I made it past my hour mark. So in just a few minutes, Michael says, we'll do actually. It's on my channel. I invited my friend, but I know what you meant. Gotcha. Simply says, I'm kidded out, Frenchie. So, guys, I apologize for my slipshod chat reading this evening. Sweating Smiling says, how much ancient technology has been lost over the years? It's a good question. I bet you Sniper has some insights on that. I think more importantly than technology that's been lost is our own innate quality to have a silent mind has been lost. We label everything. Everything gets a label. Everything has commentary to it. We've lost the ability to be completely quiet. Pascal, the philosopher Pascal, said, all of man's miseries are the result of his inability to sit alone in a room for an extended period of time. Michael says, if you like my friend Friday House, you're going to like my friend Sir Spookfest. Hey, always feel free to drop a link for your friends, Michael. Lucy is going to be live. Hey, Foxy. 7 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. That'll be 8 my time. Awesome. I'll be back from my walk. I'll be able to join in. Simpa says, we are only discovering technology we used 3,000 years ago. Sandish says, Squirrel, 100% agree with you. T says, Selma, is your throat better? He says, yes. Sniper says, sweating and smiling together. Just think that we have only gone from horse and cart to Hadron Collider in 200 years. How many resets? Hey, 1 week of married life for our friend Foxy. Frenchie says, thank you to everyone that returned the favor and did a courtesy sub to my channel. Absolutely. Fisherman Lodge has got news. I found a keg. Awesome. Nice. How much does it weigh? Foxy says, I hope I can hit 140 subs. Where are you right now? $130. So, guys, my last few remaining minutes, and it's only going to be about 3 or 4 minutes. Is anyone here not subscribed to our good friend Foxy, who has been married for a week, by the way? Cindy says, maybe earlier there was some other way to do this, but now we're using or relying on tech to solve everything for us. It's just a different way of trying to achieve the same thing, in my opinion. I agree. I agree with you. Everything that you notice how tech is getting smaller and smaller. I think eventually it won't be needed. Lisa says, I'm trying to do mornings instead, seeing how this goes. Well, I'm biased. I like the mornings because I get to hang out with you for a while. Chris says, hi to Foxy. Frenchie says, what's the longest you've been in a meditative state, Yogi? It's a good question. I've done retreats where I've meditated for hours on end, where we would do sitting meditation, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and then we'd stand up and we would do walking meditation for an hour, and we would repeat all day. So you enter that meditative state and you sort of stay there. But here's the thing with a meditative state. You never know when you're there, because that state in and of itself is empty of experience. So you can't qualify it. You can't quantify it either. You can only be there. And only when you're out of it do you realize something has happened. So if you are in a meditative state for just a moment, for a flash, it is the equivalent of an eternity. The gap is the gap is the gap. The gap is that silent space that exists between thoughts. In truth, it is the thought that is existing in the silence. So the gap is really just a momentary realization of the eternal silence that's always there. So anytime we want, we can slip into the gap. Squirrel says, full of empty, Stuart. Did I miss Stuart's reply? Oh, need to find the way to empty the bloody thing? I'm sure you're going to find a way. Sweat and Smile says, you know you have a good relationship with another person when you can drive in a car and not talk or listen to music and not feel uncomfortable. Absolutely. Absolutely right. Yeah, that's a good sign. Foxy says, thanks, Frenchie. Sunga says, Foxy, I miss Max. Oh, yes. T says, Yogi, please, can I have the bell for my late mom's birthday? 202. This is for our friend Bumblebee T's mom. This is our mindful bell. Little mindful moments that we all need from time to time. It's a bell for healing. It is a bell for a call for meditation. It can be for a solemn occasion, and it can be for a celebration. This one for our friend T's mom. Bless you and bless your mom, T. Lucy says, thank you to Yogi. Absolutely, Lucy. Zephyr says you're going to need a few extra tools. Cindy says Eric looks 10 years younger when he's in a red colored t-shirt. Interesting. But one thing, my beard's grown a little bit, and of course, when the beard grows, it grows in gray, grayish, actually really gray, more gray. Hey, in 2 months, guys, I'm gonna be 60 years old. Doggy says, we are leaving now, Yogi. Yeah, I think so. I think it's about time. Daisy says, hello, everyone I missed. Foxy's getting a few more subs. Let's see where Foxy is. I don't want to leave if we can get Foxy a few more subscribers. 131. All right, Selma's coming up. So when Selma comes up, it means it's time for us to say goodbye. Right, Selma?
Yes. I'm just shaking this. Is
You
this
are.
good for you?
Let me see. Hold it down so I can see the label. I'm going to be honest with you. So what is it?
It's It's Gatorade.
Gatorade's not bad for you. I don't know if I would say it's actually good for you,
Yeah.
but it's not bad for you. I used to drink it way back when I used to play football, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a good question, Stuart. I don't know. Back in the day, I definitely knew how to empty a keg, but that's a whole nother story. We'll save that for a different conversation. Frenchie says, love that explanation of the meditative state. Beautiful. Hey, I'm always happy to teach anyone meditation. Reach out to me on Facebook Messenger if you have it, and I will teach you. I'm a certified meditation instructor, twice certified breathwork pranayama coach, as well as a 200-hour meditation teacher. So I'm supposed to be doing that for a living. Instead, I decided to do talking to Selma on YouTube as a living. That's my professional job. What do you think about that, Selma?
Yeah.
That's what I do that's my full-time job, is talking to Selma on YouTube. But I will teach everyone who wants to learn how to meditate absolutely for free. Yogi says, Yogi, what flavor Gatorade is best? I like the original, which actually wasn't flavored, but they don't make it anymore.
I'm exhausted.
Me too. It's just about my bedtime. You're exhausted from shaking?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're still, you've been sick for a while. You're still not 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, did you look on YouTube, Stuart? Fretchy says, I use the bell sound as my hi to my mom that passed. Hey, and anytime you need to hear the bell. Daisy says, I'm sure it's very hard to. My mom is my rock. My dad was my rock. And losing my dad was can't even begin. Sandesh says, Eric, should meditation be done alone or in a group of like-minded people? What's more effective in your opinion? Both. There is power in a group, especially if you are meditating for a joint effort. Let's say peace. That the Transcendental Meditation movement has done group meditations across the world with literally thousands of people to meditate for peace. But my preference is to meditate alone. It can be magnified. The intent can be magnified. But meditating alone for me is the meat and potatoes. Not a good metaphor for a vegan to use, but that's the bones. That is the we meditate alone first, and then we can join in a group. Because then we realize when we meditate, we were always alone, but in the best possible way. Because we, in that state of aloneness where everything is joined, we're alone because there's only one. Yep.
I still have the cough.
I heard you coughing not long ago.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on, guys. Foxy is at 131 subs. Getting closer. We will keep working at it. Evan says, you think there's a bad side to meditation? There can be a bad side to meditation. Anything taken to any extreme, and I've been close to taking things to extreme. And Transcendental Meditation, of which I don't practice or teach, but I do teach its sister, Primordial Sound Meditation. It's extremely similar. They do what's called rounding, where you'll meditate around the clock. You will literally meditate for 24 hours. You might get up get water, you might get up to use the bathroom, you might take a nap, then you get up and you meditate. And it can lead to a bit of a breakdown. You can disassociate completely from the ego in not a positive way. But that's not generally the case, Evan. I hear you over there laughing. Don't think I don't hear you laughing. Doggy says, how many burpees do you do per 10 minutes? I could probably do about 120 burpees in 10 minutes. Maybe more. When I was doing burpees, 20-minute sessions, I would do the 1 pump burpees for about 250 in 20 minutes. So that means I could probably do, because I'd be going all out, I might on a good day be able to do 150. Right now I probably couldn't do that. Butcher says, Foxy, I'm better now. I see you. He says, Stuart, hiding you as you can't be positive.
Turn off your TV.
That's my dad.
All right.
You can say hi.
Hi. Bye.
Hello. How are you?
Daddy. Oh, he's gone.
That's okay. As long as I don't have to sing happy birthday to him again. I don't know if you guys were here when Selma had me sing happy birthday to her dad.
I made him say it.
She did make me sing it.
My dog is over here trying to get my food.
Is he?
Yes. Do you
So,
wanna see it?
sure. Guys, we're going to be closing up in a bit. Let's spend the last couple minutes being friendly and kind to each other.
That's my. Did you see that?
I did see that.
He tried to eat the paper. Look at it. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
Dogs will try to eat anything.
Yeah.
Foxy says, oh, thanks, Bushka. You deserve to be happy as well, my love. That's what we need, guys. I appreciate you sharing your love. So we can always not talk to someone here if we don't have something that, if we don't have a point of agreement, we can always just drop it and not talk to each other. Evan says, I haven't talked to my parents in months. Normally, it feels weird, but a lot less stressful. I miss my dad, but he caters to toxicity. It's radical acceptance. Hey, have you ever read the book by Tara Brach? I've been to a lot of her. That's where I did my last silent retreat, Tara Brach. She wrote a book called Radical Acceptance. Daisy says, night, Yogi. Good night, Daisy. Marie says, I fell asleep on live. Many people have. Daisy says, have a great evening, everyone. You too, Daisy. We're going to wrap things up.
Hi, Maui.
So, hey, Evan, reach out on Facebook. You know, I've talked about this before. If you ever want to learn how to meditate. So, with that, Joshua says, my apologies, but what am I reading in the chat? We're talking about beer kegs, how to empty a beer keg. Stuart has a beer keg that he's going to use for working out, for lifting, but it's full. Evan says, I don't have social media.
Hi, Pushka.
Let's find a way to make this work. Sangha says, Yogi helps everyone. I try to help everyone that comes in here, if I'm capable of.
You are capable.
Thank you, Selma. I appreciate that. Evan says, you have an email address? I do. It's actually in my channel, on my page. Stuart says the screen thing on, I think it's rubber. We'll try and break the seal. Do
You
it
mean
tomorrow.
this doggy?
Hope it doesn't explode, Stuart. Hey, Doggy wants to know how your Gatorade is.
It's blue.
Blue's my
Thank you,
favorite flavor. Blue's my favorite flavor.
Me too.
All right,
Thank you,
So-
Sandra.
guys, we're gonna wrap things up. Hey, Poker. Poker, how are you? Poker says so. Yogi, nice to see you.
Yogi?
Yep.
Is Danny here?
Danny was here. I don't know if he's still here.
Oh, Danny is still here.
Danny is still here. Danny
Danny,
only has YouTube.
you cannot take my dog away. No, you can't. Look at him.
But he can have one of my cats.
Look at him. Look at him, Danny. He's cute. He's looking at you.
He is. It is bedtime. Thank you, Marie. So, guys, Doggy says, you can take my ears, but you can't take my liberty. Powerful declaration. Sven Espalin says, I do believe there have been several global resets, maybe even universal resets. The Vedic yogic tradition, they believe that the universe is the breath of Brahma, that when Brahma breathes out, there is the universe. When the breath is withdrawn, the universe goes back. Bushka says, wishing everyone a wonderful day, especially Foxy. Thank you, Bushka. You know what? I'm going to join you with that. I'm wishing everyone a wonderful night, especially Bushka and Foxy. Doggy says, and Doggy, and Danny. All right, all of you guys. Foxy says, thanks, Bushka. Almost made me blush. Who says, congratulations again? Absolutely. Joshua says, my old self last year may have been that one to dwell on the past. It's the whole nature of the resurrection, giving ourselves a moment of rebirth. We are never trapped being what we were, because in truth, we weren't even what we were. We only thought we were that. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's true. Thank you, Joshua.
I'm laughing at you.
You're laughing with me. You are laughing with me. Do you know why you're laughing with me?
Yes.
Because you and I are friends.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, guys, we're gonna wrap things up. Joshua says, "You're welcome, Yogi."
Oh, I forgot to say hi, Joshua. Hi, Joshua.
That might deserve a spoon wagon
Hey,
because you forgot.
it's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. T says they've seen bad injuries from an exploded beer keg. When it's someone that can happen. Now I'm in wrong when they want to be negative and toxic. No one's saying anyone's in the wrong.
Joshua, say Yogi Pooh Bear.
Never. Never. So, can we close? Parker says, Lady Yogi and everyone, take care and be safe. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Poker.
Do it. Say Yogi Pooh Bear. His name is Yogi Pooh Bear.
Joshua says, Yogi Pooh Bear, just for you. Remember, let me end this real quick, guys. Sorry, I dropped my wagon spoon. I'll have to find it later. We can always, always, always just drop it. It takes two people. We can just drop it. Doggy says Yogi Pooh Bear. See what you started? Danny says Yogi Pooh Bear. Now they're all ganging up at me. Coco Rossi says Yogi Pooh Bear. Everyone's ganging up at me. Hey, no name calling.
Who?
Our friends.
This Stuart did that to me?
They're just having a disagreement. So, hey, the conversation can always end, guys. It doesn't have to continue. One person can say enough. One person can say, let's not do it here. One person can say, hey, I'm sorry. It does not have to continue here.
Did I do something wrong?
Nope, not you, Selma. Not at all. No one did anything wrong. It just doesn't have to happen here. It doesn't have to happen now. Sniper says, right, let's snort some ants. Ozzy Osbourne snorts ants. Bumblebee and Stewart drop the thing. It's as simple as that. Thank you, doggy. It is as simple as that. Bushka says, forgiveness fixes everything. So right, my friend. It does. Thank you. Thank you, all of you guys. Man, thank you. I'm going to go look at the clips in a minute. Can't talk right. Not talk right now.
I think that's Puppy Mommy.
Nope, not yet. She's probably out hanging out with her family. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. But you know what? Let me just end again. Relaxing says so to everyone. Hello to you, my friend. Songa says, I miss Puppy Mommy. Yeah, I do. I always do too. It never has to continue. Everyone chooses to continue anything like that. And it doesn't have to. It only takes one person to say, I refuse to participate. If we don't like unkindness, if we don't like hate, if we don't like anything like that, it only takes one person to say, I won't participate. That's it. That's how easy it is. Imagine if two people say they won't participate. Doesn't mean that everyone has to like each other. Doesn't have to even mean that everyone has to get along. It only means that you choose not to participate in the action that is causing harm to everyone. So we had such a fun time that everything changed when two people decide to have an exchange like that. Because it just doesn't need to happen. Not taking sides, not saying anyone is wrong. I'm just saying it doesn't have to happen. So we have some new people come in. Is this the message we want to give to our new friends? I know for a fact that every single one of you guys wants the best for me and my channel. And I appreciate that. Thank you. But do you think that was best for my channel? Do you think that was best for our new friends? Do you think it was best for our old friends? Anytime it can be dropped. And I asked as a friend, we can drop it. It's funny. Doggy says, I'm new here. Doggy, my friend, you don't seem new here. You know that? You fit in so well. You're such a kind-hearted person. I enjoy your company so much. You don't seem new. You seem like an old friend. I appreciate that. Pokemon says, what did I miss? Do I even want to know? No, you don't want to know. Joshua says, true, Yui. That's why I said the phone call message. Gotcha. Frenchie says, what we have here is a failure to communicate. One of the best movies ever. Cool Hand Luke.
My boyfriend is protecting me.
Danny says,
I'm
you
going
gotta get the new people see that and they never come to your channel. I agree. Pushka says, doggy, hi. MVP says, relaxing sub. Nice, guys. All right.
I love you,
So-
Yogi.
Thank you. We love you too. Doggy says, waves of Pushka. And here's the great news, guys. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow is a brand new day. As a matter of fact, this is a brand new moment that we can step into right now. Everything
My-
can be dropped, everything can be forgiven, and let's see what happens.
My boyfriend is doing really well. He's at the practice with the girls and the boys dancing.
Nice. Hey, Selma, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
Are you by your phone? Because I can't hear you too well.
yeah,
Can you say goodbye for me?
yeah. Yogi
Jasper says,
said,
cute face is funny.
Yogi said bye and he loves you and he will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the
Thank you,
morning.
Selma. This is true. I will see you guys at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I do love you guys.
And I can sing now.
Can you?
Mhm.
Can you sing something short for us? I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You make me happy how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshines away.
Thank you, Selma. We're going to ring the bell. You know why? That is the first time
Yeah.
we've heard you sing in like 2 weeks, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you all being here. It's been a good conversation. It's been a bit of a contentious conversation a couple times. Doesn't normally happen this way. But let's see if we can make it better tomorrow. Thank you, Doggy. Doggy says bye. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye, Selma.
Bye. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye.
Bye.